scarlet blaze, severing the past. After a furious march, Edelgard's army restores a measure of peace to the imperiled lands of Hrim, only to learn of a revolt at Fort Mercius, staged by the deposed Duke Ire. The disturbance in Hrim was but a feint to give those who slither in the dark time to capture Mercius, and eventually the capital of Enbar. But Edelgard moves to thwart them.
Have you heard, Duke Ire? Viscount Menya has hastened from afar to join your cause. Our houses, Fenya and Menya, share a distant blood ancestor. And now we stand together again to save the Empire from her plight.
Hastened from afar with what? That miserable smattering of soldiers? From what I hear, Menya's heir is a rabid supporter of the Emperor. Are you certain the father is not being foisted on us just to get him out of the picture?
Absolutely not. And besides, all of House Fenya is united behind you. If we appeal to the other lords jointly, I'm certain a multitude of troops will flock to Fort Mercius.
I should hope so. I've no idea why they'd side with that pathetic excuse for an emperor. Only I, Ludwig von Eyre, can restore Adrestia to its former glory.
About those mages, they say they want to, alter the fort's defenses?
Fine, fine. Let them do as they wish. So long as we're outnumbered, we must embrace creative solutions. Edelgard will strike the moment we give any indication we're after the capital. We'll lure her troops inside, then dispose of them all at once. It will be an easy victory.
I always knew you were a brilliant tactician. They will never see it coming. Now, if we might discuss key posts in your future administration.
I can only hope Her Majesty is weak and foolish enough to be so ensnared. It was never my intent to divide the Empire in war. That's not what I wanted. If she'd said one word, indicating there might be a place for me, none of this would have been necessary. Enough. I must purge my mind of such thoughts. I must win. I must prevail over her. And if I cannot, you must be the one to cut me down, Ferdinand.
Edelgard, do you have a moment?
Of course, Ferdinand, but please keep it short.
It is about my father. My pleas for a fair trial cost you time and delayed his sentencing. It also gave the Knights of Seros an opening to conduct their raid, which provided him ample opportunity to stage an escape. I am to blame for all that has transpired.
Let me hurry you along to the point, if I may. What are you going to do about it? Or, more likely, what do you want me to do about it?
Put me in the field when we retake Fort Mercius, and permit me to rectify my own mistake. Will you allow me that?
I was wondering when you'd ask. Don't worry, I've already made the arrangements. But you mustn't do anything reckless. You will stick to the battle plan, and that is a direct order.
Ah, Edelgard, you are the very picture of reason, the very epitome of wise stewardship.
Enough. You can gush over me after the battle if you still feel the urge. We've no idea how things will go after all, and you may be in a very different mood.
True. All the same, I am grateful. Thank you.
You can come out, Hubert. I know you're listening.
I came to give you the latest report, Your Majesty, but decided to wait until this other business reached its conclusion.
Then you know what must be done. Make sure he's given protection.
Oh, I will if I find the time. You do keep me quite busy, after all.
You found a way to take care of them?
I can assure you, those cretins will rue ever setting foot in Her Majesty's fortress. They wanted thick walls, and we will give them the thickest ones a coffin can provide.
This is our chance to decimate the forces of those who slither in the dark.
I have an idea.
Hey, so hear me out.
What do you think of this? I will handle it. Shall we?
Good news. We've dislodged another foothold those who slither in the dark held in Empire territory.
Good news. That's great. So, that soldier was one of theirs after all, huh?
He was. It's uncanny how you managed to identify their agents so precisely. Ordinary spies would be one thing, but these villains are another entirely.
I'd like to say it's just intuition, but there's more to it than that. It's my power. Their magic is almost identical to the one I use, so it's not hard for me to pick up on. I guess we have Hubert to thank for connecting the dots between the two.
How strange that you would hold such an important key. The more I look back, the more I realize without you among our ranks, I may never have broken the stranglehold those who slither in the dark exerted on the Empire.
Me? What did I do?
Our hidden foe was deeply entrenched in almost every facet of Adrestian society. The two were almost inseparable. And so I turned a blind eye to the lives that were being lost to their cruel designs, opting instead to focus my energy on preparing for war. But then you came along and helped show me a way to kill two snakes with one stone, as it were. You were the cog that was missing from the turnwheel, the one final push that urged me to act.
Right. Well, I'm not sure I can take credit for that, but I'm glad I could be there for you all the same. Really makes me wonder why you all didn't trust me, though.
Yes, I can see your point. It was my mistake. In any case, I'd like you to know just how pleased I am to have you fighting alongside us. You were a perfect stranger who owed nothing to the Empire. Yet you're still here. That means much.
It wasn't that big a deal. I just needed some gold, and figured if anyone was gonna have the coin to spare, it'd be the Empire.
You know, some things are best left unsaid.
Oh, and you were really quick to compliment me back at the Academy. That left an impression for sure. I mean, most nobles don't give us mercs the time of day. You were different.
It's nice to hear you say that.
And hey, I was right about you. I wouldn't be shining half as bright as I am today if I didn't hitch my wagon to yours. Trust me, no regrets here. Anyway, back to it. Victory is so close I can almost smell it. And I'll be right here by your side the rest of the way. No stopping till we've united all of Fodlan.
We will reach the end of this path soon. All of us. Together.
Yeah. Why are you always doing that?
A question, if I may. Have you had any further contact with our slithering friends since that day?
Not in the slightest. Why? Do you know something?
Yes, actually. What with the riots in Rim territory and the former Duke Ayer's attempted rebellion. Thanks to that, we now have a lead on the insurgents within the Empire, as well as those who slither in the dark. Speaking to the latter, I also tried to determine if they had been attempting to reach you, or otherwise thought you an ally. But at present, it seems neither is the case, regrettably.
You and I have been talking a lot lately, Hubert, about the future of the Empire, promoting commoners. I would have hoped I'd earned your trust by now, but I guess that's not how this thing goes. Not to say I don't get where you're coming from. The Emperor's right-hand man can't afford to let his guard down.
Believe me, it brings me no joy and, in fact, some guilt to doubt you so. But I must be prepared for any eventuality. When needs must, I have made even my greatest enemy feel as though they are a trusted friend. Yet, at times I have also shown extreme suspicion towards those who were, in all manners, undeserving of it.
Yeah, I get it. Keep your cards close to the chest. Never let them know what you're actually thinking. You really are something, you know that? I'm just glad we're on the same side.
I must admit, I only tell you all this because I do, in fact, consider you deserving of my trust. Even if you were once connected to those who slither in the dark, that is clearly behind you now. So believe me when I say, I have the utmost confidence in you.
I'm not sure how much you really mean that, but I'm glad to hear you say it at least. Thanks, Hubert.
How very diplomatic. Just the response I would have expected from you. Enough on that, though. Our problem now is what lurks beneath your mind's veneer.
What do you mean?
I can sense another you, bubbling away behind the one you present to the world. Call it intuition. What really worries me is that you may one day shed this husk you bear now and become that someone else entirely.
Another me, huh? Well, I appreciate the concern, but even if that someone does exist, I won't let them overtake me. I mean, come on. I'd shove that other me right back where they came from and earn your trust once and for all. Though, just so we're clear, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Very well. I suppose I will have to take your word. For now. In any case, I hope that as we inscribe Fodlan's new future, we do so with you by our side.
Excuse me. Well,
must you work so hard?
Come to think of it,
Let's see. It is you.
Oh.
Tough fight, eh, Lawrence? I'm just glad we both made it back safe.
Indeed. Without your help, I surely would have met a noble warrior's demise. Thankfully, my admirers will have no reason to weep today. And for that, you have my gratitude.
Well, that took a weird turn.
Do you remember what I said before about the order of things in Fodlan?
Yeah, wasn't it something like, you nobles are here to protect us commoners, so we all should just be good little kids and go take a nap or something?
Well, I don't recall saying anything about naps. But yes, we nobles have an obligation to protect the common folk. However, were a commoner to take a lethal strike in a noble's stead, then we have failed in our duty. I was dangerously close to suffering that fate myself.
Okay, sure, but you would have died if I hadn't saved you.
And in doing so, you put yourself in a most precarious position. Your life could have been forfeit.
Risking my neck to save others is just what I do.
Yes, well, you were lucky to keep it unsevered this time. Mark my words, there is no reason a commoner should ever put their life on the line for a noble. I couldn't bear the thought of someone of your status sacrificing their life for the sake of my own. So do not do that again. Are we clear?
Dad?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Where are you?
Do not mistake me. There's nothing for you to apologize for.
Dad?
Do I seem so selfish that I would make the person who saved my life then seek my forgiveness?
All right. No apology then. Sheesh. You're a real piece of work, you know that?
Me? How rude! I will have you know I'm quite serious about this matter.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but we can end up in that situation 100 times, and I'll save you every single one.
Astonishing! You fail to understand me after all this.
Nah, I get what you're going for, but I've got my own way of doing things. Mercenary or no, I know there's nothing worse than watching an ally die right in front of me. Especially if they're weaker than me. I just can't help but jump in to save them, you know?
Weaker? You cannot possibly mean me.
Hey, you're the one who almost kicked the bucket out there. If you don't want people rushing in to save you, then you've just got to get stronger.
I must admit, your argument is sound. I cannot refute it. In that case, I ask you keep your eyes on me from this day forth. I shall endeavor to improve myself. The day my strength surpasses yours, my noble personage will save your commoner skin and restore the proper order to this world. Yes, this shall solve all of Fodlan's problems.
Nope.
This is why nobody believes me when I say he's actually a decent guy.
sec?
Yung gear still cooking by itself right now you put it off.
Kunin ito.
Oh, it's you. Oh, thank you. If I'm honest,
What?
Right. Thanks. Thanks.
Hey, got a sec?
Whoa! Unbelievable.
Oh. Oh.
Got a sec?
Whoa! Unbelievable.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. You. Oh, hey. You fishing too?
Yeah.
Ease up, kid. We're on the same side now, remember?
I know. Guess I'm just not used to it yet.
We're not getting paid to kill each other anymore. We can just sit here like normal folks and catch some fish. You're a mercenary, right? For us, there's no such thing as friends or foes once that contract's paid.
Yeah, I know that too. You, don't remember me, do you?
Should I?
I used to run with Burling's mercenaries.
Erling. Ah, yes. That woman was an army unto herself.
Yeah, but you and your company wiped us out. My captain, my comrades, every last one of them died in that battle.
So that's what this is about. You have a grudge against me?
It's hooked me.
No, I don't. Wouldn't be much of a merc if I held a grudge against everyone I fought. But it was tough at the time. I really liked that scruffy crew. All of us got along, even the captain. They were the best group I'd ever been with. After what happened, I made myself a promise. I was gonna get stronger, and someday I would defeat you and the Ashen Demon.
But we're allies now, so you're gonna have to let that go, huh?
Looks like it. But you know, part of me is relieved.
I'm gonna leave it later.
I don't think I could have beaten the Ashen Demon anyway.
Why, is it still soft?
Oh,
Hey now, what about me? Or are you saying you could take me?
Won't know unless I try. By the way, for a regular guy just catching some fish, you haven't even got your hook on.
Yeah, well, these old mitts aren't exactly made for tying tiny knots.
Give it here. I'll do it.
Not half bad, kid. Thanks.
People call you a legendary mercenary, but you're a lot less dexterous than I imagined.
Legendary is what they call dead people. I'm still alive and kicking, you know. Hey, and about what happened with Burling. I'm sorry. The whole thing was just two minor lords trying to get the better of each other. If Burling hadn't come for us, we could have avoided all the bloodshed. But she came roaring in, yelling that she would take us down and make a name for herself. My kid couldn't afford to hold back at that point. I know that doesn't make it better, but I hope it helps.
What's done is done. You were just doing your job. I know that.
Hey there. Oh, I know.
Right on.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Care to betray? I must be telling you. Is everything okay?
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Right.
Interested in the chat?
Right.
Let's see.
And what? I suppose it's only right I give you this.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities. Let me know if I may be of further service.
Well, might I borrow you?
Meh.
Over here, a moment.
Let's see.
May I speak with you a moment?
Oh, yeah. I was just about to take a break. You need something?
Our relationship has been strained for a while, so I thought it was time to resolve our issues.
It has?
Yes, at least I felt that way ever since the incident.
Ghosted?
Oh, you mean that time you were hollering about some ghost, but it turned out to be a dead tree? I didn't think anything about that, and I didn't tell anyone either.
No, not that. Well, yes, there was that, but there was another, more defining incident. Remember?
Are you talking about the time I treated you like a kid and you got all mad?
Yes, of course that's what I'm talking about.
That happened a long time ago. Has it really been eating at you ever since?
Well, I mean, I was unable to maintain my composure and got rather aggressive with you over trivial details. I kept telling myself that I had to apologize, but I could never bring myself to do it. But now, I'm sorry.
Well, I'd like to apologize too. I should have been more careful with what I said. Why does being called a kid upset you so much? If you don't think of yourself that way, then any comments of the kind should be like water off the duck's back.
Look, I'm a tiny bit younger than everyone else, and it doesn't help that I'm shorter too. Plus, I do have somewhat of a baby face.
Really? You don't look that young to me.
You don't think so?
Yeah, now that I really look at you, I think you're a very pretty young woman. And you act real mature too.
Oh no, I'm not really.
But most importantly, your skill at commanding troops puts all the real adults to shame.
Hold on. Real adults? So what you're saying is that I'm ultimately still just a child?
Ugh, crud. I misspoke. What I meant was...
There you go, making excuses again. Now I know exactly what you think of me.
This conversation's going sideways again, isn't it?
It would seem so. Though, I suppose forgiving you would be the mature thing to do.
Hey, there you go. See? You are a real grown-up, Lysithia.
Something about this still rubs me the wrong way, but... Oh, fine. I just ask that you keep treating me like the adult I am.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Oh, I love this. Thank you very much.
How'd you know I love this stuff? You must be more clever than I thought.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Wow, that hit the spot! I'm so glad we're friends.
Thanks. I love this.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
Hey, my favorite! You sure know how to brighten a guy's day.
Wait, for me? Great. I love this stuff.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
No. Did you really? Oh, you did. This is my absolute favorite. Thank you.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
Come back whenever you're hungry. My brain's all jumbled up.
Let's see.
Right.
Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
Rest, Mercedes. I'll handle this.
I won't let you do everything on your own. Come on, let's work together.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
Come on, we'll do it together.
Right. Let's get this out of the way.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I don't know how much help I'll be, but okay. And you need me for this? Are you sure? We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about with the two of you on the job.
I don't know how you stay focused. Every time I think about the war and how much is left to be done, I grow so impatient for the end.
Do not be discouraged. Instead, focus on how much you have accomplished in so short a time.
was a nice change from the...
Yes, it is good.
We all must do our fair share.
Right. Beats me. Thanks.
Do you have a moment?
Hubert, what do you make of the Ashen Demon?
Aside from having proven to be both impossibly powerful and a constant thorn in our side, a correction, was a constant thorn in our side. I must admit, the little terror has put in some fine work for the Empire recently.
We're fortunate to have gained so powerful an ally.
Why do you bring this up, Your Majesty? Is there something on your mind?
I'm not entirely sure myself. My apologies, Hubert. Pay me no mind. Like as not, I am overthinking the situation.
Surely you realize that telling me to pay this no mind only gives me greater cause for concern?
I didn't mean to worry you. I'm simply having trouble putting this feeling into words. I just felt... I don't know. As if something was drawing me to the Ashen Demon. I wonder, could it be the influence of my crest?
Your crest? Now I am truly becoming concerned.
Forget it. Whatever it means, we don't need to find out right away. We've a war to win first.
As you wish, Your Majesty. So long as you realize I will be taking the liberty to investigate this most thoroughly.
I thought you might say as much. Do as you must. Honestly, Hubert, you never change, do you? When I emerged from beneath the palace all those years ago, you acted as though nothing had happened. Do not worry, you said. I took the liberty to investigate while you were indisposed.
For the record, my blood was boiling. However, as there were others present, I kept still my tongue. I could not risk showing my anger, lest they find a way to turn it against you. My role to play is the cold, crafty, unreadable servant. I am happy with the casting, so let us leave it at that.
I'm certain you are. But just once I'd like to see our roles reversed.
Your Majesty, you cannot possibly be serious.
Not in the slightest. I'm well aware I am not cut out for the kind of work you do.
Nonsense. There is nothing beyond your capability. That said, I prefer you best when you are the one in charge. Command me as you see fit. No matter how daunting or impossible the task may be, I will come through every time without fail.
Thank you, Hubert. It's good to know that I can always rely on you.
Here you go, Cully. As promised.
This feels a little light. You run into trouble moving the merchandise?
Sure did. With all the fighting lately, even the noble folk are getting real selective about who they do business with.
Well, nothing to be done for that. Our competitors certainly won't back down, so we can't afford to either. I'll think of something. Might involve crossing a dangerous bridge or three, but we'll work it out.
I'm pretty sure he went... Huh? Yuri?
Well, if it isn't Ash. You seem out of breath. Am I really so charming?
Did you see someone suspicious come this way? I was chasing them down, but I lost them.
Ah, you must be referring to my lackey.
Your lackey? Wait, what is that you're holding?
Oh, just various proceeds from this and that.
Dirty money, is it?
Coin is coin. Whatever grime it may bear always washes clean in the end.
You know, I've been biting my tongue on this for a while, but I don't think it's right to earn money the way you do. You're so much smarter than me. You could do anything if you put your mind to it. There's no need to resort to cheating and hurting people to turn a profit.
Are you seriously trying to lecture the Lord of the Underworld? Oh, that's adorable. No one makes it through this life with clean hands. You should know that better than anyone. Sometimes you have to resort to just the most terrible things imaginable in order to feed your family. Am I right?
How do you know about my past? I've never told anyone.
No, I don't know. Perhaps I heard it from Count Rowe, or maybe even Lord Lenato. The sins we commit follow us until our dying day, my friend.
I know that, but even so,
Well, I'm a bit busy, so you work that out while I walk away. Bye then.
Yuri. No, I won't turn my back on you.
Uh-huh. Nuh-uh. Thanks!
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I did. At least.
I think I'm even in.
Training can be the can't wait to see how you do.
Ah, Petra. Fancy running into you here. How how are you acclimating to life in Her Majesty's army? We are constantly traveling all across Fodlan, so I'm sure there is a lot to adjust to.
I find myself being cold often, but the others have shown great kindness in telling me what to expect. I have no troubles.
Marvelous. I want nothing more than for you to fit in and feel comfortable. Know that there is a permanent place for you in this army, if you so desire.
No, I will be returning to Brigid when the war is finished. I am going to be queen. That day is approaching with quickness.
Yes, I am very much aware. And upon your coronation, Brigid will be released from its vassalage to the Empire. Her Majesty and your grandfather have agreed to this in secret.
For having consideration of Brigid's interests, I give Lady Edelgard and Duke Gert my gratitude.
As I understand it, the Minister of Foreign Affairs pursued this particular policy most vigorously. He has met with far more success, now that Lord Arundel is no longer around to impede him. I might even go so far as to say the Duke looks like a new man.
A new man? No, he's still being the same man.
Well, yes. I suppose you have me there. Regardless, I do hope that you can forgive us. Though we would very much like to make our agreement with Brigid public, doing so now would be most unwise.
I have understanding. The war of 7 years ago still has freshness in the minds of many. You do not want to give them cause for anger when this war has not reached its finish yet.
I'm glad you appreciate the situation, as I was certain you would.
But all in Brigid have knowledge of our agreement. Every man, woman, and child. If it is broken, they will have knowledge of that as well. Blood would be spilling.
Petra? Was that a threat?
Not a threat, a concern. I know I can place trust in the word of the Empire. The Emperor would never be breaking a promise. Would she, Hubert?
I beg your pardon, Queen Petra. Clearly I failed to realize that you had already ascended the throne. Rest assured, our promise will be kept. If Her Majesty and yourself are any example, the Empire and Brigid will support each other and walk into the future side by side.
And I have certainty that you will be there, witnessing it.
Dear son, I hope this letter finds you well, and that you and your sister aren't fighting too much. It's been some time since I left the church in the kingdom, but I'm making do. Once this war is over, I hope the three of us can live together again. She seems in good health.
Yes. She sent me this letter as soon as I wrote her about being reunited with you. I know she was happy to hear that. She was always so worried about you, you know? We haven't seen you since we left House Bartels, so please go visit her when you have a chance. As you read, we were thinking that after the war is over, we could perhaps reunite.
No.
Why not?
I
Look down and
face her. I killed my father. slaughtered everyone in the house. Our mother shouldn't meet a murderer.
Yes, I heard about that. But I'm certain you took those actions because you felt you had to, right? Just explain it to her. She'll listen to you.
You do not understand. There is a murderous demon in my heart. The Death Knight inside me would cut you and our mother down without hesitation. If that happened, I would lose myself.
But we're here talking right now, and you're just as you always were. You're my little Emile who loves kittens and sweets.
Mercedes. I may be fine now, and perhaps the demon in me will even perish someday. But I cannot live with you until I pay for my crimes. And considering the weight of them, that day may never come.
But
I seek only to be judged by the law, and thereby atone.
so that's what you've decided, is it? In that case, I have no choice but to support you, no matter how sad it makes me. But just know that Mother and I will always be waiting for you, no matter how long it takes. I look forward to the day when you can show your face to her proudly.
I see.
We might both be old ladies by then. But we'll still be able to talk over tea like always.
Thank you, Mercedes.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen you miss.
Balthus, you've been training a lot lately.
I can't have people thinking that all I'm good for is getting drunk and begging for gold, yeah?
The problem will go away if you stop doing those things.
Ha! You sure don't hold back, pal. Your words pierce my heart as sure as if you'd shot them from your bow.
Could have fooled me.
Hey, I was being serious. My heart's got more holes than an old pair of boots. But it only adds to the allure if I don't let that show, yeah?
Oh, I can't argue with that, assuming it's true.
Right? Looks like you're finally starting to see my good side. I gotta say, the compliments have been pretty one-sided up till now. You're tough, skilled, determined, a stellar gambler and drinker, straightforward and humble too. You're so perfect, I don't know what to do with myself.
That's your business. Anyhow, there's not much for me to praise in return. You can't gamble or drink to save your life. You're more pig-headed than determined. And it's impossible to tell fact from fiction where you're concerned. But at least I can count on you on the battlefield. You're a skilled fighter.
Oh, that's it? Skilled? That's harsh.
Would you rather I lie?
Nah, I wouldn't expect that from you anyway. I guess it's true what they say. A person's strengths only matter in the eye of the beholder.
Look at that. I'll have to add occasionally says semi-intelligent things to my evaluation.
Can't you just cut me a break and say I'm smart?
If only it were true.
Oh, come on. Guess it's back to the drawing board. Just you wait. I'm gonna earn your respect.
I'm sure you can do anything you put your mind to. I won't hold my breath, though.
You never ease up, do you? Always gotta get in that parting shot.
Why, if it isn't Captain Gerald himself, a very good day to you. Oh my.
You okay there?
Those strong, broad shoulders, those rugged yet handsome features. I never realized you were such an attractive man. How did I miss it until now? For shame. Get it together, Manuela.
I hope you're not wasting time flirting with an old buzzard like me. Don't get me wrong, I'm flattered. But at my age, affairs of the heart are nothing but trouble. If you're looking for a catch, cast your net elsewhere. You might even find a fish closer to your own age.
That blunt and aloof attitude makes you even more desirable. The years have given you a charm that less experienced men lack. You know who I am, yes? Manuela Casagrande? I used to be a diva in the Middle Franc Opera Company and was known far and wide as the divine songstress. And here you are, the legendary mercenary known as Gerald the Blade Breaker. Why, we are the sort of duo that could shake Fodlan to its very core.
You sang in the Middle Franc Opera Company?
I did indeed. Have you ever seen a performance?
No.
Oh, I see. But you've heard of them, at least.
Sure. I actually have a memory associated with that particular troupe. It's just not a happy one.
Oh dear. What kind of memory, if you don't mind my asking?
It's not really something I want to discuss.
Oh, there's no need to be coy. I just want to know more about you.
It's a memory of my wife. A long time ago, I promised I'd take her to see an opera in Enbar. But I never had the chance to keep that promise.
Ah, I see. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up any painful memories.
No, it's all right. I'm sorry that my story took the color right out of your pretty face. It was a long time ago, and I hadn't thought about it in an age. So don't worry yourself, young lady.
Oh my! Well, I can't remember the last time someone called me by so wonderful a moniker.
Oh, there's that smile again. Compared to my ugly mug, you've got the face of an angel. No reason to waste your time with an old piece of leather like me.
I am grateful.
Ugh.
Can it be?
it's you.
Actually,
Nuh-uh.
Really?
My instruction comes at a high price. Don't neglect your daily studies.
That's not good. Okay, so.
you're kidding.
Yeah, about that.
Hey there. Need something? Is this it? Is this it? See you around.
We get all of them? Ugh, that's the trouble with poachers. You never quite know where they are.
Well, we've hit every likely hideout, so I'm guessing we cleared them all out.
I'm glad you were here, Leone. You really know the lay of the land.
Well, Sawn is my home. But you've been here before too, Captain.
Sure, but that was a long time ago, and I don't remember it all that well.
Ill news, Captain. Another group of poachers has taken hostages from a neighboring village.
These people are a disgrace to poaching.
Saying so makes it sound like you believe there was some honor in the activity to begin with.
These hostage takers must be friends of the poachers who were just here. According to the people of the village, they were involved in kidnapping as well as poaching. They made it sound like more than a few people have been taken from the surrounding villages recently.
Sawn too?
Yes, they said there was one. Oh, it makes me so mad.
These folks sound like bad news. We better do something before these new victims are dragged off and never heard from again.
House Gloucester's orders were to deal with the poaching issue in Sawn. We did that. Our work is done.
How can you be so cold? If you see someone in trouble, you help them. That's just basic decency.
I don't see anyone here. Do you?
You know what I mean.
Easy, Leone. The kid was just stating a fact. I'm sure no harm was intended.
How could you possibly raise such a cold and unfeeling person, Captain?
I wasn't always the best dad, I admit.
Perhaps we should shelve this conversation for now and determine our next move.
Plenty of villagers helped me out the last time I was in this neck of the woods, so it's only right I pay it back. Plus, I'm not just gonna sit by while poachers run wild in my apprentice's home turf.
Captain!
But we can't linger long. We track down the bad guys, free the hostages, and go home. Got it?
I knew you'd do the right thing.
You don't have any connections here, so it's your call if you want to pitch in or not. Nobody will think worse of you if you decide to duck out on this little goose chase.
Nah, I'll come. I wouldn't want anything to happen to Leone's home.
Good to know I can count on you at least.
I'm sure you'd manage without me, but many hands make light work and all that.
Then let's roll. Leone, you're in charge.
Leave it to me, Captain.
Now, enough deliberation. The time has come for plain old liberation.
Sure. Right behind you.
The hostages must be further in. Maybe we can draw the bad guys away from them first.
A fine plan, Captain. Once we've done so, we can easily rescue the hostages.
Here we go then. Let's make some noise and get their attention.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I'm on it. Let's see how...
Got it. Time to make it.
Initiating the operation. My turn.
How many decades has it been since I was here last? Where does the time go?
I know what you mean, Captain. Though not literally, of course, as I don't believe I was with you at the time.
No escape! This stronghold will fall!
It's not over.
Prepare to lay siege!
Initiating the operation. Let's go, everyone.
We were dealing with poachers the last time you were here too. Remember?
Can't say I do.
Move at my own pace. Wait, now I remember. None of you were with me the last time I came here.
Take a breather. That makes sense. He would have been too young. I was with the Knights of Ceros.
Hey! You didn't bring it! Just stand there with your mouth tight open!
Well, we've drawn them out. Now's our chance to rescue the hostages.
Let's take care of any enemies who held back and rescue those hostages. Got it. Time to make a name.
Initiating the operation. Let's go, everyone.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Initiating the operation. Let's go, everyone.
I'm on it. Let's... Guess we should mop up the rest of them, huh?
Please, Captain. Get out of here! When I first met the Captain, I was a weak little village girl. And now I'm a mercenary. I really have come a long way.
You? Weak? That's hard to imagine.
Take that!
This stronghold will fall! Prepare to lay siege!
Bring it down!
Got it.
Someone need the blade breaker?
Looking good.
My way. Don't get nervous.
My turn?
All right, take it down.
I think of you and Leone as my siblings. All of us were raised by Gerald, after all.
I'll go in front.
Which would make you Alois, our older brother.
Captain Gerald taught me how to determine the flow of battle by capturing key points on the battlefield. He's the best.
Hey, you're Leone from the side, right? Wow, you've really grown up. Thanks for the help.
I'm surprised you recognized me. Though maybe I don't look all that different.
Looks like everyone from the village is okay. Just have to get them to us.
Initiating the forward! Initiating the operation.
Safe place now. I'm on it. I've got your back.
Got it. Whoa.
Initiating the operation.
Not a problem. Take a breather.
No way we're just gonna let you walk out of here. Get out!
I almost admire how persistent they are.
The hostages are in danger.
They sure put up a
I'll
fight.
go in front. The Gerald School of Warfare remains undefeated.
I didn't realize Gerald was into strategy. Always struck me as more of a hit them until they stop moving sort of guy.
Oh, he's strategic when he needs to be. Underhanded even. He does whatever it takes to win.
Take a breather.
You've become quite a mercenary. Seems like only yesterday you were just a little kid.
I know it seems like yesterday to you, but I've done a lot of living since then. Captain, was it too much work taking me on as an apprentice?
Nah, I mean, I gotta do something to fill the time, right? I think we're about done. You know, you were a pretty good apprentice. No matter how much I rambled on about this or that, you still hung on my every word.
Well, I didn't know how to write, so the only way to remember your lessons was to concentrate as hard as I could.
My turn? My turn.
Get them where they're weak, be done with it. Wasted energy benefits no one.
Another of my lessons, and a founding principle of the Gerald School of Warfare. That reminds me, how's your old man?
As poor as ever, but he's healthy and happy. I remember how the two of you used to drink until the sun came up. Just one more.
It's not over.
We did it! We saved all the hostages!
Come to kill some poachers in the name of justice, huh? Well, you meddlers should have minded your own business!
That must be the leader. Let's make him pay.
Let's...
Hey, it's my turn.
Strong elder must have had a real headache on his hands dealing with all these poachers.
But the elder has a good relationship with Count Gloucester, so he responded right away.
You should pack it in already. You're dealing with the blade breaker here.
You're Gerald?
You did it, Captain!
We did it, Leone. Okay, now we're really done. Let's beat it.
Yes, sir!
I feel like I've taken hold of something.
I told jokes to the hostages as I delivered them safely back to their villages. You could say I had a captive audience.
We've restored peace to this whole area, Captain. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Mercs like us are only supposed to work for pay, but a freebie every now and then won't kill me.
Yeah, I would have regretted it if I'd gone home.
Thank you for doing the right thing.
I just followed orders. That's all.
Well, I'm thanking you anyway. Now the villagers can live in peace. I was supposed to stay here and be a hunter with my father, you know? But once I met the captain, I knew I had to try and make it as a mercenary. My father and the rest of the village always supported me, before the academy and after. It's been a long, strange path, but I finally became a mercenary and was able to help my hometown in the process. I don't think I've ever been happier. It feels like I've repaid some debts, although not my actual debt from school. Still working on that one.
I'm glad we helped you give back, instead of helping to give you back.
Alois, you mind reporting back and letting Count Gloucester know what happened? Oh, and don't forget to grab the reward money.
Understood. I will away at once.
Leone, why don't you run along to Sawn and let everyone know things are good now? Tell them I'll stop by later.
I will, Captain. Thank you, again.
You two should head back to base. I've got to pay my respects to the village elder and Leone's old man. Probably won't make it back until tomorrow.
You expect them to throw you a feast, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, yeah, that's why you sent Leone ahead, so the villagers could prepare for your arrival. I mean, you got rid of the poachers, and now Leone's telling them you're on the way? You're practically begging them to serve you up a fancy meal.
It's not like that. Although, if I get there and they just happen to have a feast ready, it'd be rude to refuse.
And poor Alois doesn't even get to join in on the fun. Shame.
Hey, that guy hasn't had a drink in years. He's not missing anything. Now then, this is an evening for grown-ups, so you kids get on home. If anything comes up while I'm gone, you can handle it yourselves. Well, time for me to set off. Ah, there's nothing like that first drink after playing the hero.
Is Geralt always like this?
Yes, always.
Well, guess us kids should shut up and head home. Maybe hold hands so we don't get lost.
Must we hold hands?
Only joking. I swear, the only thing duller than your blade is your sense of humor.